Hello everyone, this is Prodigious TCC, this Prodigious Trading Card Collector, and weird setup today, no face cam, definitely not my usual mat. I'm at my parents' place, got kind of a jerry-rigged setup going on. I just thought I would record myself opening up this Starter Deck 8 Black Luffy deck. We've seen 9, which is Yamato. I've got 10 coming in the mail. I think it comes out in November. And then I've got 11 and 12 pre-ordered as well. So, I mean, I'm collecting a good chunk of these starter decks. Anyways, let's pop right into this Luffy deck and see exactly what is in here. Because I paid $19.99. I don't know if you can... $19.99 for this, which is the best price you can get. I actually found it, I said this in one of my previous videos. Well, that's the best price you can get without pre-ordering. I think maybe you can get $16.99 when you pre-order these things, but $19.99 is usual for regular price. And then usually when it comes out, you're looking at a price hike of up to mid-20s, low 30s kind of thing. I found this in a store in my area. This is the first time I've ever seen any actual One Piece product in the wild, and I just had to grab it. I mean, we've all seen a billion of these telling you how to play, and it's your mat. What we're really here for is the Dawn. You get 10 Dawn. No, I do love the Dawn though that you do get, because they have the actual nice One Piece back. Unless you get the fancy Dawn, all the other Dawns that come in Dawn in the packs have the promotional back, and I don't like that. I only like I like this back. So every personalized Dawn card I make, I use a starter deck Dawn to get this nice looking back, so that when you take it out, or if you can see through the sleeve, you have a nice back, not just a, hey, you scan this QR code. Anyways, so let's look at this, what we get in one of these starter decks. So you get the Monkey D. Luffy leader, 5,000 cost. On your turn, when a character is KO'd, put up to 1 rested Dawn card to this leader. So, I mean, if you're doing a lot of knocking out, I could see maybe with the blacks, you get a lot of the Garps and some Kobes and all that kind of stuff. You could pop some characters, pop some of your opponent's characters and then put that rested Dawn under Luffy. I don't think he is competitively viable at the moment, but you know, things change very quickly. And then you've got 2 Uta, 2 cost, 3,000 power. This character cannot be KO'd in battle by leaders. Active main, you may rest this character. Give up to 1 of your opponent's characters minus 2 cost during this turn. Cool. So we can we can do some negative cost reduction on here, and then just see how many characters actually pop characters is the real question here. Got 2 Shanks on play, trash 1 card from your hand, KO all characters with cost of 1 or less. It's a 9 cost, 10,000 power. That's interesting. So if you got Tashigi to -3, some of the Surus to -2, Sengoku, something like that. If you can spread some minus across the board, this guy could be really interesting because you could wipe a whole board if you're able to do that. So that's interesting. I've got 4 vanilla Gaiman, 1,000 counter, 2 cost, 4,000 power. 4 Kobes. We've got you may rest his character KO, put 1 of your opponent's characters with cost of 2 or less. 4 cost, 1,000 power, 1,000 counter, and it's on main, which is nice. So most Kobes are on play, so this can be done over and over again. Shirahoshi, I believe is pronounced. 4 cost, 0 power, 1,000 counter. Blocker, on play, give up to 1 of your opponent characters -4 cost during this turn. So there's more ways to start lowering things to make Shanks basically just pop a whole board, which would be super cool. 1,000 counter, 3 cost, 1,000 power, VV blocker. Nice thing is with the trigger, it can go right onto the board, so that's great to have it in life. Haguma, 1 cost, 2,000 power, 1,000 counter. On play, give up to one of your opponent characters -2 during this turn. So I'm seeing a lot of -2s and stuff like that. I'm not seeing a lot of, so it looks like Kobe and Shanks right now are characters that can really pop characters off. Makino, 2,000 counter, which is nice. 2 cost, 0 power. On play, if this character, if there's a character with a cost of 0, draw 1 card. Probably using that more for the counter, keeping in hand for your counter. Garp, 5 cost, 7,000 power, 1,000 counter, just vanilla Garp. And vanilla Luffy, 1,000 counter, 3 cost, 5,000. Vanilla Laboon, 1,000 counter, 4 cost, 6,000. So a good chunk of vanillas in this deck. And then we've got Mr. 2, Bon Curry, Bentham. 5 cost, 6,000 power, Dawn 1. At the end of a battle in which this character battles your opponent's characters, you may knock out the opponent's character you battled with. If you do, KO this character. So I could swing, so you could use this to swing at like a rested Kaido, 10 cost Kaido or something like that. Doesn't matter that you don't kill them, but you did battle with them, so you could pop them that way. So this, I can see this as a good way to maybe get rid of like those like arrested 10,000 or 12,000 power character. That's an option. I mean, yeah, I could see it being used. Gum Gum Bell, 2 cost, main. You may add 1 card from the top of your life card to your hand. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -7 cost during this turn. So that's good for bringing like the big moms down to 3. Any 10 cost down to 3. And then maybe using something else to bring those, because with this I can get an 8 cost. With the Gum Gum Bell, I can get an 8 cost. Anything below an 8 cost, I can knock out with a Shanks or a, I could do a 9 cost with Kobe. So it's just still 10 costs. If this was 8, that'd be better, because then you could knock out 10 costs with Kobe and stuff like that. And the last 2 cards are Gum Gum Pistol, cost of 3, main, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less. So it's kind of like a Kobe, but it costs 1 less and you don't have the body to use over and over again. It's a possibility. I see some possibilities with some of these cards. I like the Shanks. You get a 9 cost, 10,000 power body on the board. And depending on how you can play that, you can just wipe a whole board, which would be super sweet. So that maybe, I may be looking at that, maybe going into my Smoker deck. I think that's a really interesting card. I mean, the Uta, like, I can see the bones of it. It just, with all the vanillas in here, I really feel like they need to do more. Like we've got these guys, and I've got, so that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So is it just 12? Okay, so just 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16 vanillas. So just under half. And then we've got 2 sets of blockers. So we're looking at 8 blockers. These are on play minuses. This is for draw support. So it looks like 16 vanillas, 1 knockout card where you can knock out anything basically. 8 blockers, and one of those blockers has the ability to on play minus, and then on play minus, some draw support, some every turn knockout, some on play knockout, and some every turn. So you got a nice a little bit of everything in here. Maybe just swap out some of these vanillas for some more minuses or some more knockouts. And you'd be looking okay. I mean, really, play 9 cost Shanks, knock out a whole board. You can move 5, maybe 5 Dawn right to Luffy, and then you're swinging with 10,000. I mean, there are options here. It is what it is. I don't think it's super duper amazing with all of these vanillas in here at the moment, but I know you can probably do some moving around and whatnot and probably get something that's maybe not meta, but at least semi-viable for locals. I think it has potential. I'm a sucker for black. I really like the minus cost and then dropping something in a pop aboard or character or something like that. I really like that aspect of it. So, I mean, it's not bad. I will see what I can find to change it up a little bit. Maybe swap out the leader for Smoker or Sakazuki, or swap out my Smoker for Luffy, something like that, just to, you know, give it a whirl, see what I think about it. But I mean, that is the basic breakdown of the deck. I mean, I wish there weren't 16 vanillas, but there's not much you can really do about that. I'm interested to see what the dual colored purple-red 3-liter starter deck is going to look like, if it's going to have 16 vanillas in it as well. If that's, you know, I'll have to look back and see how many vanillas you usually get. It just seems like a lot. 16 seems like a lot. I know it's under half of the deck, but still, nobody's really running vanillas anymore anyways. But yeah, so this is the new Black Luffy starter deck. Seems like it has some possibilities. Probably not meta, but I mean, if you're just playing to play the game, sure, pick it up, see what you think. There's some endless possibilities in here. Anyways, my name has been Prodigious TCC. That's Prodigious the Trading Card Collector. Until I see you next time, have a fantastic day.